All right, welcome to Post Game Live. Let's come on in and complain together, family. Patriots lose to the New York Giants 10-7 in New York. That drops your New England Patriots to 2-9 on the season. Welcome, Tommy Curran is here. Been covering the Patriots since 1997. Seems like 1977, but 1997. Ted Johnson, three-time Super Bowl champ with the Patriots. I'm Michael Holley. I've seen it all with this team. But you know what? Even though we've seen it all, we've been covering the Patriots and following the Patriots for a long time, I don't think we've seen anything like this. We haven't seen anything like this. We start off the day, Tommy, we don't know who the starting quarterback is going to be. Is it going to be Mac Jones or Bailey Zappi? Well, it was Mac Jones, but Bailey Zappi got time. Mac Jones, 2 picks. Bailey Zappi, 1 pick. And it comes down to the end of the game, just to tie it, to send it to overtime at 10 apiece. And Chad Ryland misses the kick.
Yeah, they're playing for a field goal.
What did you see? Right, they're playing for a field goal.
So
what else did you see in this game?
2-8 team with nothing to lose. You are, by some dint of good fortune, in a position to actually win the thing. So if Bailey Zappi throws a pick in the end zone, Bailey Zappi throws a pick in the end zone. He still probably has a better game than Mac. Instead, they fold in on themselves. And then they give it to the kicker, the 4th-round kicker, who hooks it. This is beyond polluted. These are not in a vacuum mistakes that each individual is making. This is dysfunction permeating the team and impacting each other. You did see a bump. You certainly did see a bump from the insertion of Bailey Zappi to the energy, which a lot of us hoped and expected would happen to the team. But eventually you're going to revert to what you are. Water seeks its own level, and Bailey Zappi's level is a subpar quarterback. Not that Mac is above par, but
still, yeah,
he's a subpar quarterback. So you eventually fizzle out, and we're sitting here at 2-9.
Oh,
Ted,
it's unbelievable.
What did you
called
see,
this too, Michael. You thought that was going to maybe happen as they missed that field goal, but it was, you know what? And you say they were playing for the field goal. They just kind of encapsulates the whole game. I mean, they were playing conservative the whole game. I mean, they had a possession in the second half where they should have gone for it on 4th and 1, except they tried to do a wildcat. Wow, and the conditions were bad. Just to be fair, it was raining, and so you should have maybe even tried to get closer and get a more of a chip shot than even that. But besides that, what I'm trying to say is that the Patriots had times to be aggressive, and they didn't. I mean, that is an abomination what happened on that second drive of the second half when they had that 4th and 1 and they do the wildcat hard count. Are you kidding me? Just go for it. What are we doing? You're 2-8.
They're afraid of themselves. They are afraid of how bad it can be. This actually reminds me, think back to the Buffalo game last year, the second one, the primetime game. Max said, how about the effing quick game?
Right. Yeah.
They were afraid of what the score could be. They're afraid of what the score can be with the offensive ineptitude that they've shown now for 11 and last year 17, 28 games of offensive ineptitude.
All right. Well, I want you both to tell me this. If I'm wrong, tell me why I'm wrong when I say the Patriots are the worst team in football, and I know what the Carolina Panthers are doing, and I know what their struggles are. They stink. The Panthers do. But I think the Patriots are worse. Think about this, Tommy and Ted. The Patriots quarterbacks, they've lost 2 this year. Lost to Derek Carr. They lost to, it started off with Jimmy Garoppolo, but it ended with Brian Hoyer. So Jimmy Garoppolo, Brian Hoyer, Gardner Minshew, Sam Howell, today, living with the folks, don't hate on it, living with the folks, Tommy DeVito. Tell me why I'm wrong. Are they the worst team in football, even though they're 2-9? The record doesn't say they are, but I think they are. What do you think?
Ted, here's the scoring that the Patriots have had. They've been over 20 points once this year, the 29 points that they scored. But It's gone 7, 6, 17, 17, 29 against the Bills, 17, 0, 3, 15, 17, 20. So I'm going back into preseason now. We'll leave it right there. Once over 20 points, 29 points against the Bills.
Are they the worst?
If I haven't seen the Panthers play a whole lot, but I can't imagine a worse team really than the Patriots. And it's not only obviously the quarterback play has been horrendous, but just situationally, they've been terrible situationally all season long. just how that game ended situationally. That's usually what the Patriots are so good at. But then there's a lot of just coaching errors too. I mean, just not going for it in that second drive in the second half. In the first half, they had an opportunity to maybe go, and maybe because of the missed field goal, Bill knew better than to give them a field goal try of 52 yards in the first half, which I thought they should have done instead of punted. But the point is, they're just not aggressive in their play calling and not aggressive in how they manage the game. And so you get what you get. You lose to the Giants, Michael. The Giants are a terrible football team. Everybody's been talking about it all season long. To lose to the Giants,
I can't believe it.
They probably are the worst team. I think I had to see this game before I was going to say that. But the way this game ended and the way they played, they probably are the worst team in the NFL.
The Giants just beat the Commanders, who just hammered the Patriots.
Right.
Yeah,
Hammered
right.
would be an overstatement, but
Right.
they're
Soundly beat.
the worst team in football, and they're getting worse. And the reason they're getting worse is that they're becoming listless.
Yeah.
They're becoming passionless. And that's not, I think, going to be something that's easy to steer out of, because there's six games left, 360 minutes of football. What's mesmerizing to me is that they were actually playing for a field goal to reward us with an additional 10 minutes of football.
Right.
I mean, God, who needs to see 70 minutes of that matchup?
Yeah, but why, if you don't have confidence in Bailey Zappi, and we know you don't have confidence in Mac Jones, you shouldn't. But if you don't have confidence in Bailey Zappi in that situation to reward your guys who probably should have been ahead, if Mac Jones is not turning the ball over, the Patriots really played well in the first half. Some of the other guys played well. Mac just kept taking them out of advantageous situations. But if you're not going to reward Bailey Zappi with just a chance to go for it, Ted, I want to know what it's like in the locker room. Where you're sitting there on the sidelines, like,
you're right.
Because Bilma on the broadcast is saying Bill Belichick intelligently letting the clock run down. I'm saying, for what? What do you mean? Why is that smart? Why is that good?
There's been a lot of coaching decisions this year. They get overshadowed by the bad quarterback play, so you're not going to really talk about them as much. But there was some horrible coaching decisions in this game, and the Patriots could have won this game. I mean, seriously, if they just don't zero blitz in that first half to give up that touchdown, they don't. And
the touchdown you're talking about, by the way, it's 3rd and 10. It's 3rd and 10
on the 12-yard line.
On the 12-yard line. The Patriots, right before the 2-minute warning, so the Patriots had an opportunity
out of a timeout, Mike.
Coaching staff had an opportunity to talk about it. You call it the casino blitz.
Casino blitz, blitzed everyone, so you
give up a touchdown
one-on-one on the outside
instead of a field goal.
That should have been a field goal right there. The Patriots should have won this. They should have won this game 7-6, right? That's how they should have won this game. Giving up the touchdown right here in this situation, that is a bad coaching decision, in my opinion. And you're right. The players, look, there's only so much you can do and get mad at as players for your quarterback. All right, Mac comes out of the game. They put Bailey Zappi in there, and it still doesn't matter. You still have coaching blunders that I think cost you these games, and that the players aren't going to say it because the players are terrified to say anything bad about Bill, and I get it. I understand. I've been in that locker room. But there's a lot of guys that aren't happy with the head coach. You'll just never hear about it because it's career suicide to say anything. And so, but there's a lot of guys that are not real happy with the coaching staff.
I don't know if it's as suicidal now when you know the head coach is most likely not going to be here.
You're not positive on that.
You can almost remove the most likely.
You are not positive on that.
I mean, if you're one from the players, like we.
But I think if you're a player and there's a fleet of expiring contracts around this team, and Bill's not going to be back. These
players don't know that, though, Tom.
We're just holding out this, qualifier of possibly, most likely.
Nobody thought Mac Jones was going to start today, though.
By the end of the week, we did. But there's no indication. Robert Kraft has gone completely underground. He hasn't spoken to the media. There's no vote of confidence. You're watching him drop his head like that in Frankfurt. You're looking at these losses.
You love it.
Losses like 34-0 to the New Orleans Saints, 38-3 to the Cowboys and Jerry Jones, 21-17 to the Raiders. He's not going to be back. He won't want to be back. They will not want him back. So Bill Belichick is not going to be back next year. The question now is, again, 6 games, 360 minutes of football. You can't score until the second half because the first-round quarterback is so ruined. Again, more than plenty of it is his fault too. But you've ruined him so badly, you can't put him out there, so you have to put out another kid who's no better, and you get embarrassed by the Maras. I mean, he's not coming back.
Yeah. Hey,
Can you take 6 more weeks of Bill?